What is up, interpreters? This is NAI Executive Director Paul Caputo, live from Marrakech, Morocco. We are just about to board the bus for the NAI International Conference. We have a group of very excited and very travel-weary and perhaps jet-lagged participants ready to go for an exciting day. We're going to be talking to participants throughout the next few days, and we will bring you a recap of this fun week. Looking forward to an amazing time. Hope you enjoyed riding along with us. We're live in Morocco with Erica Veal, Parker McMullen-Bushman, and Rita Nethersall. Yes. What are we excited about? Parker?
I'm excited to be on the continent. I'm in Africa.
There you go, Erica.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm back. I'm in the motherland.
I plan to eat my way from one end of Morocco to the other.
There you go. I should point out that I inserted myself into a situation where it's 3 black women and 1 white dude. I apologize for interrupting.
You're welcome to the continent too, Paul. Welcome to the continent.
It is my first time on the African continent.
Me too.
Wow, very exciting. Well, looking forward to an amazing few days. We're going to be talking with all the participants the rest of the way. It is just an audio podcast. Rita waved. For those that are at home, Rita did this. We're looking forward to an amazing time. So glad to be here with you all.
Yes, we're happy to be here.
Kate and Linda. Kate from Australia here. Your father has been a longtime NAI participant, and of course, Dee, your stepmom. But this is your first NAI experience. What brought you here?
Very first. Well, I've been working with them for 4 years now as a designer, and they thought it's probably time for me to join the rest of the world for interpretation, because I only know interpretation as far as Australia goes, which is a lot of signage, not a lot of tour guides or audio interpretation. It's all signage in Australia, so we get to see the difference and see what's going on here.
Welcome to your first NAI conference. We're glad that you're here. And Linda, this is not your first NAI conference. You were involved heavily with our 2016 conference in New Zealand. Yep. Welcome back to just 9 years later, another NAI event. What brought you back?
Well, I'd already planned a trip to Morocco, and I just was having a look on the NAI website, and I couldn't believe it was the same time that I planned to come. So it was perfect for me. I knew that I'd be amongst friends on a tour, which is fantastic, and people of a similar interest. We all speak the same language, and we'll be looking at the same things, asking the same questions, having lots of great conversations about how interpretation works in a heavily tourist-focused country. So I'm excited.
And this question is for both of you now. What do you most? Is there a site, a day, a particular place that you're most looking forward to?
The Atlas Mountains for me.
The Atlas Mountains?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait.
All right. Me too. Yeah, me too.
Well, today I'm really looking forward to, because it's a packed day in Marrakech, and I read about Marrakech, I can't tell you how many years ago. It's quite a few decades, when I was 16, and it was like, this is somewhere I've got to go. So I'm really excited about today.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy day. We're going to be tired when it's all over.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. All right, Erica Stevens. We have to distinguish between Erica Stevens and Erica Veal, because there are 2 Ericas here. Still day 1, early on day 1. It feels like we've done an awful lot so far. We went to the Berber Museum, we went to the Majorelle Gardens, and we just finished up at the Museum of Yves Saint Laurent. What is like the most surprising thing? What are you finding here that has surprised you? And how's it going? Let's start with that. How's it going?
Good. It's so good, Paul. This experience has just been absolutely incredible, and I think it's how colorful this culture is in general. I just love the archways and the architecture in the gardens and all of the cactus and plant species that I'm seeing out there.
Well, in the garden in particular, I mean, it was overwhelming how much was in there.
There's little hidden gems that I've noticed too.
Yeah.
Little tiny baby turtles and frogs on a lily pad blending in, and zooming in and noticing those small details are really what means a lot to me. So
what are you looking forward to? That's the last question. What are you looking forward to coming up?
Oh
also, I mean, hiking in the Atlas Mountains and camping out in the desert. The desert is my absolute favorite environment to be in. So, you know, seeing camels, and if we could get to see sand dunes, I don't know, whatever's out there, I'm ready.
All right. Well, Erica, thank you for bringing your smile to Morocco. And hey, looking forward to spending a few more days together.
Yay, me too. Thanks, Paul.
All right, it is day 2 of the Morocco conference. We are coming off an incredibly full day yesterday. I get to be in a car for the next hour and a half. We're in a Land Rover. Is that right? Are we in a Land Rover or a Land something else? We're in a Land Rover. Monique Thompson, Bud Wentz, and Mistral Anampa. We are on our way up into the mountains right now. This is going to be an amazing day. We're going to do some hiking, see some amazing sights. We're outside the city of Marrakech right now. Yesterday, what an incredible day. We saw 2 museums. We saw the Berber Museum, which is attached to the Jardin Majorel. That's a beautiful curated garden. The Yves Saint Laurent Museum. We saw the Palais Bahia, which is a beautiful palace. We had lunch at a school, an association. Mistral, before we get to the afternoon, let's talk about what lunch was. Mistral, how are you doing?
Hey, how are you, everybody?
I'm so glad to be.
Greetings from Morocco, Marrakech.
Where are you from?
Far. So, born in Peru, but lived 20 years already in USA. So
Okay.
It's been a while.
That lunch yesterday, can you explain what was significant about lunch?
Yes, you know, one of the things that I really admire of this place, because it's how the owner, Nora, her story was very touching, and what she built, and in collaboration with a lot of partners in Marrakech, with travel companies, groups. They are working on helping women that had a trauma, and building her path in those 9 months of being with them in these classes sessions that they had. So what I like of Rita, the manager, she mentioned that the owner was inspired when she saw that there was a mom giving a milk to a baby, but what she saw, it was not milk, it was actually water, and there was no proteins, there was nothing, and she asked what happened, and that was one of the things that really touched her, to support more women, how to be sustainable and teach them that path. So it was very nice to know her story a little bit. It
was really an amazing, and the lunch was delicious. It was couscous and chicken and beef and vegetables. Monique, you were doing everything you can to try to stay quiet here, and it's okay. We're allowed to exclaim on the podcast. What are we seeing go by here?
Just a beautiful olive grove in the beginning of the Atlas Mountains, and just the green intermixed with the red rocks it's stunning. It's absolutely breathtaking. There's a river actually flowing down at the bottom.
We haven't even finished recapping yesterday, but since we're coming up into the mountains now, we're definitely driving uphill. What are you looking forward to today, Monique?
I'm looking forward to hiking and being outdoors with our group. It's such a diverse group of people with different backgrounds from all walks of life. And I feel like it's been serendipitous to be able to connect with people who have different experiences from all over the world, and come together as we did yesterday at the lunch, and learn more about, I think, women and their place here through the centuries. It's been very inspiring to me to think about it, with the Berber Museum that we went with all the way through, as Mistral talked about, to the lunch, with what's happening today.
The Berber Museum was really fascinating. 9,000 years of human history represented in there. That was what an experience. We are still exclaiming, by the way, as we drive here. We're just pointing and exclaiming. So
Can I turn it on you, Paul, and ask you, what was your first impression when you walked into the night sky in the Berber Museum?
So this was an exhibit that had jewelry, fascinating historical artifacts, really beautiful handcrafted materials, but it was amazing how they had set it up. It was through a series of mirrors and strategically placed lights. It looked like you were walking into an endless starry night. It felt like you were the little prince standing on a planet, just staring off into the abyss of the universe. So it was really pretty incredible to be in that space. Just by way of finishing up our recap of yesterday, after the lunch, we went to, well, actually, very first thing in the day that we did that I didn't mention was we went to a mosque, a beautiful mosque that we got to walk around the outside and take some pictures, and then we went to the Dar el Baka Museum, which was basically a refurbished, super fancy home right in the middle of town, and that was just fascinating and beautiful and representative of not just the Moroccan culture, but a lot of other influences from around the world. And then finished the day basically with a presentation. Gary Martin, the ethnobotanist who invited us to his home, he did a short presentation about the flora and fauna of Morocco, and that was just really fascinating and beautiful. And then at the very end of the day, those of us who still had a modicum of energy left went to the souks, which are the markets in town, and that was 1 hour there was not nearly enough. So I definitely we're planning a return trip when we have a free evening coming up. Bud, you're a returning guest to the podcast. Bud has been featured on the podcast before. Bud Wentz. What struck you yesterday?
Well, let me talk a little bit about today.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Yeah, so we started out in the center of Marrakech, and we're about a half-hour drive out into the countryside surrounding it. And the contrast between the modern city of Marrakech and the older section outside, it's almost like we've been transported thousands of miles just in this short distance. The city of Marrakech, if you dropped yourself down into Marrakech and didn't know where you are, you might think you're in Scottsdale, Arizona. The buildings are very similar. The desert sand tone colors are similar. The landscaping, the foliage, the types of plants, you almost wouldn't know the difference. But you'd start to go outside of town, and all of a sudden, now you're in a totally different place. The construction is adobe, built up the hillsides of the mountains, much like the Pueblo structures in the southwest of the United States. It's just fascinating to see the dramatic change in such a short distance. So it's sort of like we visited two different countries just in this one day.
Yeah, it really has been an amazing transformation.
I just want to add one other thing that just fascinated me. In Marrakech, there are lots of cats, and I like cats, and they're just free to roam. I wish they were a little better fed and groomed, maybe. Yes. But these are street cats, so you don't expect too much.
Very friendly street cats.
Very friendly, yeah. And so I just got a real kick out of that. Yeah.
Well, we get the rest of this day together. It's starting out fantastically. Just being in the car and seeing the sights. And reminiscing about our day yesterday.
We discovered a theme of today.
Oh, the theme for today, Miss Jill, is
flow like water, lead with calm and power.
Flow like water, lead with calm and power. I love it. That's the theme for the day. We are high in the Atlas Mountains right now. I'm here with our guides, Mohammed and Ibrahim. Ibrahim and Mohammed, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us for the podcast here. When you take a group up into the mountains like this, Ibrahim, I'll start with you. Yes. When you take a group up into the mountains like this, what do you want them to see, to feel, to experience?
I think there are lots of things to see. So we are a bit higher, where there is like a silence, quietness. So we make it even higher so that people can feel, to be away from the cities, from the noise, from everything, and also to have a fresh air. So that's why we are here. Even if you get to the valley, there is actually another things to see in the valley. You see the green part, because this part is not as green as the other part in the valley. You can see the waterfalls. Even if we get to the villages, you will experience another things. You will see the local culture, how people farm, You will even later on or tomorrow you will even meet with the shepherds, to see the sheep, the goats. So we are here actually. We are having a great moment.
It is a great moment.
Time. Yeah.
A little bit of wind here. We had a couple of people almost lose their hats. Mohammed, what are we gonna have for lunch?
for lunch we have to ask our chef. Maybe they making some tagine and some salad and some fruit, and we already taken a Berber whiskey and Morocco traditional tea.
That was delicious green tea that we had up here. We shared up here. Why is it special to you to have your groups eat in this place, to have lunch here?
It's more better to have also like to have lunch outside and to know that you to do walking in the Atlas Mountain and to as an experience better than to go to somewhere inside the door or in the restaurant to see something traditional, and also to have a food from the local chefs or cooking people that we have in the area.
And also, so once you have lunches a bit outdoor, is that the chefs got everything, with the food, everything that is fresh. They make it, they make it here. And once you start eating, you feel that you are connected to the nature, away from the chaos,
Yes.
That's why, you
Yes.
feel that you are connected to the nature and you are connected to what you are eating.
Well, I know it's been an amazing experience for our group. We're looking forward to lunch. We so appreciate all of the amazing interpretation and the stories that you've shared with us and this place that you're sharing with us. Thank you so much.
And also thank you so much to be here and to come into our area. Thank you so much.
It is the end of day 2 right now. And the dancing presentation has turned into a dancing participation. The entire group is up dancing on a rooftop just after dinner with the mountains silhouetted against the night sky. And everyone dancing and having a great time. Pretty great end to day 2. It is the morning of day 3. Can't believe it's only been 2 full days, and then here we are. Nikki Cagle and her husband Mark is joining us. We are hiking back down to the cars after an amazing day yesterday. First of all, just very briefly, your impressions yesterday on that hike.
Oh, the hike yesterday was unbelievable. The scenery was incredible. It felt like we were mountain goats going up the mountainside and just learning about all the different ways that they're trying to be sustainable in this area to protect against earthquakes and other natural disasters and floods. They have all these trees planted, all these pine trees, and there were some really great birds, which was exciting for me as an avid birder. So there's just a fantastic mix of learning about the culture and the natural history.
As an interpreter, did you have any insights from the guides? We got to speak with Mohammed and Ibrahim at the end of the day. Did you have any insights on their world as guides?
Yeah, one of the things that I took away was how important professionalization of being a guide is to them and how much pride that they take in that professionalization. And that they spend a lot of time learning how to do things that interpreters also need to do, how to keep people safe, how to share messages, and just about history and culture and how to share it.
Mark, you are in a different profession, but I know that you've done this before. What is this experience like for you among folks, among interpreters, but getting just to experience this place?
I couldn't ask for a better group to do this with, because it fits my values as far as what I want to gather out of an experience, and having a group of interpreters on the trip, and it's all very much kind of the same as far as what I'm going for.
Nikki, you've been on a number of these conferences before. You are a bird enthusiast. Yeah. What birds have you seen that are super cool?
We just saw, just a couple of minutes ago, the African blue tit, which was amazing, and it had this wonderful face mask and it was so bright. We saw a number of choughs, the yellow-billed and red-billed choughs. But we also saw, what was it? Not the kestrel, but the
Eurasian sparrow.
Yeah, the sparrowhawk. That was very cool.
There's been a lot of this on this trip. Nikki and Mark, this has been fun. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, it is day 3 still. We just got back from an amazing, are we high-fiving?
High-fiving, it's awesome.
We just got back from an amazing experience where we got to cook our own lunch.
Yes.
What did we make?
We made tagine.
Oh my God.
Was the we've had 3 versions of tagine since we've been here.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We
was
made
delicious.
it ourselves. It was amazing.
We were on Team A together.
We were on Team A.
Team A,
Yep.
Solidarity
Best
Team A.
team.
We
Best
were the
team.
best team,
Yes, we were.
definitely. Oh. We're hearing from the New Zealand contingent, Linda, that it was not competitive.
But we won.
But we won. We
won.
definitely
We
won.
won. Yes.
What was that experience like for you? We've been eating that. This is similar food to what we've been eating this whole time. To get your hands into it, to actually cook it this time. What was that like for you?
So I love cooking.
Yeah.
So for me, making it ourselves,
Yeah.
kind of working with a team
Yeah.
to do it. The camaraderie was just amazing. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Beautiful experience.
It was delicious. We also got to have some bread that they made right there on the premises.
Oh, it was fresh.
It
It came right out of the oven to a basket.
It was incredible.
Then we had almond butter,
Yeah.
goat cheese, olive oil, honey, olives, tomatoes. What did I miss?
You have a good memory. I think you got all of it. That was incredible.
Yes.
You bought the cookbook. So they're selling a cookbook to benefit. It's a program that benefits women.
The women, absolutely.
Yeah,
Over the
absolutely.
top,
So
absolutely.
a similar experience to what we had a couple days ago.
Yes.
What's your plan with that cookbook? You're going to be cooking
Two
Moroccan food?
Two things. One, I love to give back. It is such a passion of mine. I'm on the board of Girl Scouts. I have no daughters, so
Yeah.
absolutely, I love to give back, especially to women's organizations.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondly, absolutely, I'm going to try to find this cooking unit.
Yeah.
It's got the pot, the part that you put the charcoal in. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to make this dish.
It's like a charcoal grill with like
Yeah,
a
thank
clay
you.
pot and then a cylinder.
I wouldn't
not a
even
cylinder.
call it a charcoal grill.
Yeah.
It's not, because it's a clay. It's a clay grill.
Right.
That has charcoal in it.
Right.
And then the clay pot.
And then the clay
top.
pot. And then the top is like an upside down funnel.
It is.
Kind of.
And
Yeah.
it doesn't get hot. You can touch it.
It was amazing, actually. They said go flip the chicken or the lamb or whatever, and so
You can just take the top off.
absolutely. And then you're a vegetarian, and so we had a whole vegetarian dish, and then
I'm
we had the
actually more
couscous salad.
vegan than vegetarian, but that's okay. I'm flexing on this trip.
That's good. Sometimes you have to when you're traveling a little
No
bit.
choice. No choice.
It's been an amazing couple of days. We get to relax a little bit now. What are your plans now?
We are gonna go shopping.
we are going shopping.
I'm going souvenir shopping.
Yeah.
I have to buy for my family.
Yeah.
And there is a couple items I want to buy for myself.
Well, Angel, it was super fun to be part of Team A with you. It's been an amazing 3 days.
It has been.
I
We're
can't
family.
We are family now.
now.
And
We're
you were on the
family.
Costa Rica trip
Yes,
with us.
yes.
Absolutely.
This
So
is better.
this is better.
The organization, I feel like we've only been here 3-4 days, but I honestly feel like we've been here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They packed so much stuff.
We have done a lot.
Oh my gosh. I'm exhausted, but it's amazing. A
Right.
good exhaustion.
And the thing about this group too is like the plans have changed so many times.
Doesn't matter.
And everyone just rolls with it
go
because
with
you
the
know
flow.
whatever's
You go with
next
the
is going to
flow.
be awesome.
You go with the flow.
Absolutely. So
yes.
Angel,
Thank
good job,
you.
Team A. That was fun.
Awesome.
We'll see you the rest of this trip.
Bye.
It is day 4. It is the morning of day 4, and we are on the bus. I am with NAI Life member Amy Burnett, aka Ranger Amy. Amy, how's it going?
This is magnificent. It is so amazing. It's going great.
It's really amazing, isn't it? We are driving through the Atlas Mountains again, different Atlas Mountains than where we were before. We're heading into the desert today. If you would, just describe the scenery. Describe what we're looking at here.
We're looking at a very stark landscape dotted with vegetation. Layers and layers of rocks that have been here for so long. Just really old rocks. How's that? But then there are palm trees just springing out of the rocks in little valleys where there might be a little stream here or there, little riparian areas. But then on the hillside, it just looks very austere, and it's an amazing scene. It's amazing.
Last night, after yesterday's adventure, we did we had an evening on our own, and we got a group of 10 of us together, and we headed into the markets. Tell us about the markets.
The markets were just, talk about sensory overload. Like, you just couldn't open your eyes wide enough to take it all in, and there would be something that you would miss. You know, everywhere you turned, there was something you'd never seen before. I mean, there were cobras that people, on the square. There were people doing acrobatics. There were people selling anything you could possibly want. There were huge fruit stands, and there's so much, great food everywhere. I bought a whole bunch of spices to take back.
So like I said, today we're on the bus. It's our longest bus ride day, but it's fun because we've been seeing all this great scenery. But the destination, of course, is really exciting. tell us where we're going.
We're gonna ride camels.
We are going to ride camels today, and also we're going to see a spot where they have filmed a number of movies, a number of Hollywood
We're going
movies.
to Atlas Studios, probably named after the High Atlas Mountains, where we are right now. I'm excited.
All right. Ranger Amy, thanks for being here. This is a ton of fun. You've been to a number of NAI conferences. Life member since when?
Since about, I don't know the exact, I would say like 2007, 2008.
Fantastic. All right. We'll see you on the camel.
See you on a camel.
All right, it is the end of day 4. Victoria Reed, we got to do together the long camel ride. Have you ridden a camel before?
When I was really young at the Shriner Circus.
Wow.
But other than that, it was a blast. And it was actually very relaxing for me.
If you would, just describe the scenery that we were walking through there.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was just like there were caves up in the mountains and like amazing rock formations, no plant life, and then just a straight dune with sand in the sunset was fantastic.
For the record, we're at the southern part of Morocco and the northern tip of the Sahara Desert, which is a wild thing to say out loud. I can't believe that that's where we are. So we got to be on the camel for about an hour. What was that experience for you?
It was actually, it's gonna help me sleep tonight for sure. Gonna have to do a little bit of stretching, but it was probably a highlight of this trip for me, absolutely.
One of our stops today was we saw the Hollywood of Morocco. It's a film studio where a number of films have been created or filmed, and parts of them anyway. Was that meaningful to you? What was that experience for you?
So I absolutely adore Gladiator, and a lot of my pilot friends actually really enjoy Gladiator as well. So being able to go and see a lot of those scenes was great, and actually finding out a couple different movies that I need to add to my list to watch as well.
Hello, this is one of our guides. We were so grateful. Thank you so much for showing us around on the camels today.
You're welcome.
It was
مرحبا بكم in Morocco. You're welcome. And Tanmir, you know Tanmir? Tanmir. Yeah, Tanmir. mean thank you. Tanmir.
Thank you.
Tanmir. In English, thank you.
Thank you. It was an amazing experience today.
Welcome in Arabic. Welcome it's مرحبا.
Marhaba.
مرحبا, yeah.
Marhaba is you're welcome.
You're welcome. And bienvenue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This whole week has been a language lesson because there is Arabic, there's Berber, there's French, and obviously there's English. And so those 4 languages, and Berber is 3 different languages that were sort of mushed into one. There's been a lot of vocabulary on this.
It really has a lot of different mouth parts trying to move
Yes,
and everything.
for sure. And you never quite know what language to speak to someone when they walk up to you.
Exactly.
And then interpreters are always prepared for any situation. You got to play hero today.
Wow.
There was a French family, and the mother sort of collapsed in the heat because it was quite hot. They weren't with us, but some folks descended on the situation, tried to help out, and you had us explain, I'm a nurse.
Yep.
I'm here to help out. You took a pulse. You know, you're trained for that, obviously, but how big a part of being an interpreter is that for you?
So I always love being like prepared for anything, and having to be able to like switch around and actually helping out that family to have a happy ending to their day, which I mean it could have gone one way or the other, but I think they really appreciated your assistance with speaking French was just absolutely fantastic.
I got to do a little translating. I was on the side, but that was sort of a thrill, right? Like that was
Yeah.
fun to be involved with that and be able to help. So,
yeah.
But you jumped in and helped save the day there. And tonight we are glamping. We are in this beautiful place.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
To see the stars.
We just ate dinner outside. We have tents. They're yurts, kind
I would
of.
definitely say more along the yurt side, but amazing setup in there.
Sleeping in the desert. This is going to be super, super cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, Victoria, we did so much today. I can't believe it's hard to talk about all of it. But Victoria, thank you. It was a great day today.
Of course, thanks.
It is the end of night 4. We're at the camping site at the north edge of the Sahara Desert. We're around a campfire, sitting in a big circle, well fed, and our guides are drumming and singing to end the evening. Deb Toole, longtime NAI staff member, longtime NAI member, retired. You were our events manager, Deb, so now you get to just be here as a participant. First of all, how relaxing is that?
I love it. It's the best. I retired 8 years ago, and now I'm back.
It is awesome to have you back. You're a life member, a founding member, and now you're back in the fold on the international conference. It's so much fun to have you here. We are just leaving. I'm going to get the name wrong here. It's the National Library. We saw books.
Quranian Library.
The Quranian Library.
In the town of Zagora, Morocco.
See, you have it all down. The events manager never leaves. You were really struck by that. Why were you so struck by that?
Well, I come from a line of librarians. My nephew is a librarian at Columbia. My mother was a middle school librarian. My grandfather was a librarian. And so it's just kind of in our blood, and it just really touched me that these books are just so amazingly old, and the calligraphy or the Arabic writing was just so beautiful.
It was incredibly beautiful. It was killing me that we couldn't take pictures in there, I know. But we didn't. Everyone behaved.
You know, everybody behaved.
So that's
it was just really kind of a spiritual experience to be in the same room.
Yeah, it was really beautiful. We got to ride camels the last couple of days. How was that?
This was better.
This was better than the camels.
No, I can't say. The camels was a great experience, and so glad we did it.
The authentic tourist experience, as Jim Covell might have said back in the day.
And it was.
Awesome.
No, I've enjoyed everything about this trip.
Fantastic. Well, it's great to have you back in the fold, and we're missing some interpretation up here, so let's go catch up with the group.
Good idea. Let's go.
All right, we're here. I don't know. What's the name of the town that we're in?
We're in the middle of nowhere.
All right,
Morocco.
We are in the middle of nowhere in Morocco. Dee Rogers, Peter O'Brien, longtime NAI International Conference attendees. We've been everywhere. I think this is day 6, but let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was day 5. We spent some time on the bus. We had a little sweat therapy in the back of the bus. These things happen on international tours, and unfortunately the people in the back of the bus got the brunt of it yesterday. We sweated a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
I say we. I bounced back and forth between the front and the back, so I probably count as a poser. You all were very excited for the gorge that we visited yesterday. We visited this beautiful gorge. You come from a land of some pretty stark and amazing landscape in Australia.
Yeah.
What did you think of the gorge yesterday?
Probably one of the most amazing geographical landscapes that we've seen. And, given how it's formed with the river cutting through the bedrock, which I think is a sedimentary rock, I think it's sandstone.
We got to get our podcast fact checkers on that one.
We've got to get the geographers onto that, because there's been some great geography
And the
geology to look
spectacular
at.
valley below that it created was just amazing through the town. It's just extraordinary to see that green river.
Well, it's the river that creates that green strip that we saw. That thing that we all admire in the northern desert.
Yeah.
Able to produce agriculture.
It's just a ribbon of green. It's incredibly beautiful, and we've had some really great views of it. As we're, sort of winding up here, this is, like we said, this is day 6. We have some more driving. We've got another palace today. We've got an event with cocktails later on this evening. What's your impression of Morocco? What has this experience been? How has it measured up to your expectations of the country?
It's been fabulous. The people are just delightful, which is always the people that make the difference. The landscape, I'm surprised to hear that agriculture is their second industry as we traverse the countryside and the desert. It's just been amazing. But, I've loved it.
I think we were a bit apprehensive coming to an unknown. This is our first visit to Africa.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing. And coming to Morocco, and you get, there's mixed messaging. Oh, I've been to Morocco and I had this happen. And this happened, and you get a few negative sort of comments because people like, for some reason, to share negativity. But from the day we landed, we've really had nothing but positive experience.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an amazing 5 days, an exhausting 5 days. I think everyone's pretty much ready for some bedtime here. We did get a surprise second camel ride yesterday, and Peter, you've been sharing a fact that I've really enjoyed about camels. Would you mind sharing that for the NAI podcast audience?
Well, Dee's been digging into the background. First, she wanted to know whether it was responsible use of animals.
Yeah.
And it's still sort of borderline. I mean, it's very hard to tell. The other interesting fact is Australia's got more camels in the world than anywhere else in the world. There's about a population of about 3 million wild camels. And we're a sometimes exporter of camels, Somalia being the biggest exporter of camels.
We export to Saudi Arabia for their racing camels because ours are disease-free. The only camel population in the world that's disease-free, apparently.
And
in
it's
Australia.
also edible meat, so...
Yeah. Well, and we've had some here.
I'm sure we have.
I'm sure we have. I have had at least one that I know of, and probably several others.
Yeah.
Dee and Peter, thank you so much. This has been fun to see you again. Hope to see you in 2 years, whether it's Japan or Cuba or who knows where it's going to be.
I'm ready for Cuba. I think Cuba sounds fabulous. Blockades and all. Let's see.
It would be an interesting adventure. We'll see where we end up. It's been great to see you all again. Gail Vanderstoep, welcome back to another NAI International Conference. You date back with NAI to, you said on the bus, 1981, which
was AIN.
That was AIN back then. So you predate, your NAI experience predates even NAI. We are just coming out of an amazing cultural site. It's the Ait Ben Haddou. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It was a village that dates back thousands of years. Tell me what your impressions were of that village.
Kasbah?
Yeah, the Kasbah that we just
Kasbah.
visited.
This particular place was first established in the 11th century, and the amount of the history that you feel just walking through this place and moving into people's homes that are generational descendants of people who have lived here for many decades is really incredible. How do you make words for experiences like that are mostly emotional and a little bit cognitive as you learn the details, but even little things like some paintings that looked like just a lot of paintings that were being sold for tourism. When we found out the background history of them as secret messages and the techniques that were used to create these magic messages that would become visible only under heat, and they are doing the same thing now, applying secret message technique to these paintings, which are in fact souvenirs. It puts so much more meaning into the things that you are seeing and understanding the connection with the past.
You've been on a number of NAI international conferences. I think every international conference that we've had, you come away with just sort of a certain impression of a place, a feeling of a place. Is it possible to put into words what that feeling is about this experience, these 6 days that we've had?
There's such an incredible history here of so many millennia is one thing. I find Morocco to be a very neat and tidy, clean place that seems to have a lot of order and structure, both socially, culturally, as well as geophysically.
I think we have a lot of order as a group in how efficiently we get off and on the bus now. Gail, it's been a pleasure to share another international conference with you. Thanks for chatting with the NAI podcast.
Absolutely, thank you.
Youssef, we are appropriately, because this is how we've been hearing most from you during this week, we're on the microphone, and so but we're also on the NAI podcast here. So I have a very basic question. When we all go home to our respective countries, what do you want us to tell our friends? What do you want us to remember? What do you want us to take away from this visit?
Okay, hello, my name is Youssef, so I'd like to answer this for you guys. We want you guys to just say that your experience in Morocco and how things was going on here, and tell them about the simple, normal life here in Morocco, how people live in, and they are all grateful and happy no matter what the circumstances here, so everybody's happy. So we want you to talk nice about our country to bring us more people coming back and look after to enjoy our beautiful nature here in Africa.
There are 33 of us on this tour. Who's your favorite?
Everybody. I don't have no favorites. Everybody, my favorites. All of you guys, very nice people, very kind, very respectful, and you showing love to everybody here in my country. That makes me happy. It makes me feel good about you guys. please send more people like you here to Morocco.
Well, I have to say you've had us laughing all this week. It has been an amazing 5 days, 6 days. Thank you, and I think this is an opportunity for all of us to say thank you to Youssef for the great job that he's done.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you for everybody. You know, I'm really for my heart. You know, I wish I can provide you guys more than that. And just, you know, the thing is, when you see 30 people, 32 people at one time, you get a little bit nervous, you know. But honestly, I would love to make you guys more happy than that. So I did my best, and I want to do more and more. Day by day, I change and keep more, have new energy to talk about everything what's going on in my country, except if you guys keep it secret. Yeah?
Thank you, Youssef. Jenna Lang, is this your first NAI International Conference?
Yes, it is my first.
So we are at the reception, the final reception. The closing remarks by Parker were great.
Yep.
What did you take from our guides, our interpreters, that you can take home and use in your day-to-day job as an interpreter?
I think one of my bigger takeaways is that our guides did such a great job of preparing us before we were about to go into a site, and then letting us experience the wow moment just with ourselves and being in the environment, and then having sort of a debrief or an explanation, time for questions after. And I think letting visitors see that whatever the moment of wonder is at your site or your museum, letting them have that moment personally, and then giving them whatever scaffolding before and after was so powerful for my experience here. So that I definitely want to take into my work after this conference.
What made you decide to come on the NAI International Conference?
Most of the work that I've done has been with, all of it has been with US-based parks, museums, so I don't know a lot about interpretation in other countries. So this was a great chance for me to kind of see a different place's take on how people can share their culture, their environment, their people with visitors. So this was my first of hopefully many different NAI International Conference experiences, getting to learn about how different countries tackle the concept of interpretation.
Jenna, thanks for coming on your first NAI International Conference. We'll see you again in the future.
Yes, hopefully. Thank you.
Marrakech, Donato, we're here at the closing reception. It's been an amazing 6 days. You are a tourism professional and you have gotten involved in interpretation, but first and foremost, your true love is tourism.
That's correct.
What is your role as a tourism professional?
I am the Global Peace Ambassador for the World Federation of Tourist Guides Association. So I represent really tourist guides around the world and trying to connect them through peace builders. That's who we are.
So from your perspective, these 6 days that we've had here, and I'm talking about it like it's over, there are 10 of us who are going home, and then the rest of the crew is continuing on with the post-conference extension. We're very jealous of those of you who are continuing on. I'm heading home tomorrow. From your perspective as a tourism professional, why is it important for people from other countries to visit a place like Morocco and to learn about it and to understand it?
Well, it's also good to be connected to the community. Like for me, what stood out was really going to where the people, like the young ladies who are being helped and sponsored by the government. I like that very, very much because I felt I contributed, a little piece of it to the community.
If you are speaking about this from an interpretation perspective and you're welcoming, and I know that you do this professionally, you conduct tours yourself, within the realm of tourism, what are you trying to accomplish with your visitors?
Well, I would like them to connect with the locals and to be supportive of what they're doing and the food they're preparing, that community feeling.
From what we did this week, what one event really stood out for you as something that succeeded in doing that?
Well, I felt like the cooking demonstration was the one that did it for me.
Yeah.
Really the hands-on and connecting and making us come together, and the music behind it, and really the cause of it all, why we were doing that really blew me away.
All right, last question. From your perspective, Why is it important for tourism to involve interpretation?
Oh, it's very important because it's connecting people, culture, place, all of that, you know, giving that importance and that sense of meaning.
Maricar, this is your 4th NAI International
That's
Conference.
right, my 4th.
Thanks so much for being here. We'll see you on the next one.
Okay, thank you, Paul.
Margot Carlock, my boss for almost 8 years, former executive director for NAI. You got to plan these over the years with our events manager, and I'm sure that was a very stressful experience. You got to come here as a participant. How did that feel?
Oh, marvelous. I kept walking around going, I'm retired. I'm retired.
As a participant, what are your observations on this experience with NAI members and participants from around the world, and your observations on Morocco?
It's been amazing, and it feels just like old times.
Yeah.
You know, honestly.
Yeah.
And especially since I see a lot of faces here that are very, very familiar, that I haven't seen in a while. And so it's been really great to catch up. It's also, as you kind of alluded to, it's been great to be a participant and not be responsible for everything, because there's a little bit of an edge, and you're going to appreciate this. When you're sort of in charge, well, not sort of, there's always that thing in the back of your mind, and you're always looking around for the problems or the things that might have gone wrong, or that isn't happening fast enough, or this is happening in a different way than we talked about, or we didn't go here, and I think everyone wanted to. You know, it's just all the little niggling details, like paying the bill.
We were just handed a credit card
check
and a receipt. We'll see what all these numbers
Right.
mean in a little bit.
And then you have to go back and put your glasses on and sit down and go through it,
Yeah.
you know, line by line, to make sure that,
Yeah.
you know, everything's real.
Yes.
So that's been really interesting to me, to just kind of sit back and watch you and Song and Parker, you know, take over and do such a marvelous job. You guys really did do a fantastic job on this, I have to say. What was the other question?
Well, just Morocco, right? Is this your first time in Morocco?
My first time in Morocco. I always wanted to go to Morocco, and it's definitely been on my list for a long time. And so I saw this come up, and I was like, hot dang, this is the time. This is the one. And it's been so not unexpectedly wonderful, but I really appreciate getting back in the fold, like you said, that, you know, seeing the familiar faces, being back with interpreters who view the world in a different way. And I will put in another plug. This is to everybody out there who's listening to this. If you have never been on an NAI international tour, you have got to do it, because no matter where they go, it's always the cheapest way to do it. You have the best experiences, and you're with people that if you don't know them already, you're going to get to love them. And if you do know them already, those bonds are going to deepen. And it's just a way to view the world that brings a richness to your own interpretation and your own job. So you can sell it to your boss that way.
We're just going to play this, I think, for everybody. Margot Carlock, beloved former executive director, my former boss. Thanks so much for being here in Morocco. Enjoy the post-conference extension. I will be experiencing serious FOMO for the next 5 days while I head back to Colorado.
I'll have Russ take a video of me belly dancing.
Sounds amazing.
In Casablanca.
Casablanca. Song Stott. Oh my goodness. This is a rousing success. I would say rousing success, this conference.
It was really great. I mean, the group of folks who were able to attend this conference, or should I say unconference.
Oh yeah.
Such a good diverse group, right? From younger or early career up to retired seasoned professionals. And boy, it was a full agenda.
It really was.
It was chock full. Like,
how does the end of an event feel to you that you've been working on for so long?
you know, the whole thing, I think you have to be a certain shade of crazy to be an event producer.
Yeah.
But it's so tangible. You do all this hard work, and then you get to literally see and feel and hear people enjoying your experience that you've provided them.
What were you've been here before, you've seen many of the sites that we saw. What was your experience seeing this and feeling this with a group of interpreters rather than on your own or with your fiancé view?
Well, I would say that it's just so great to be with everybody, to see their sense of awe, to see the way they react to things. I mean, I think we had an attendee who literally was the OMG exclamation point or WTF exclamation point person every other hour, because this experience was just so incredible. So just really to be able to spend the time with this group and to, go herd the birders who have seen some rando bird over here and I'm like, oh, we got to get on the bus, birders, or to have people like talking to shopkeepers and engaging with them. That whole experience is pretty, inspiring to me, just to see how, I guess, interpreters interact as guests. It is such a pleasure to be able to host these programs and trips with interpreters, because generally everybody is just so understanding, so flexible, and just so in awe of what they are experiencing, and so appreciative of the messaging and what is going into the experience.
Songstaat, last question for you. You spend the bulk of your time with NAI preparing our conference for 600, 700, 800 people. We had 33 people on this event. We knew that it was going to be a smaller event. This was intentional. This is how this event is designed to be. How different an experience is it for you as an events manager to know that you're going to get to spend 6 days, much of it on a bus together, with 33 people instead of hundreds and hundreds of people?
The intimate experience is very special, right? After 24 hours, I know everybody's name and faces, and I can go chase them down in the shop or the restroom when we're missing them on the bus.
Well, Songstaat, thank you for all of the work that you put together for this amazing event. And I know that you all are going to continue on, but that's the end for me and the end for this podcast, because it's the end of the official event. This has been amazing. Thanks for all that you do. Congratulations for a successful official event. We're all done. I hope you get to relax on your way to Casablanca tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, Paul.
And interpreters, that's what's up.
Woo!